Hey guys, what's going on? This is James from Thieves 101 and welcome to the CDL 2026 Power Rankings. Today I decided we are going to go through all of the rosters that have been announced and that haven't been announced. I'm looking at you, LA Guellias M8, or whatever your name is going to be next year. And we are going to be ranking them 1 to 12. We are going to be talking about each player and we are going to give our predictions of how this season is going to go for each of these squads. So let's start off our power rankings from 12th place. In 12th place, I decided that we are going to put Vancouver Surge. Now, Vancouver Surge is a really interesting organization. I feel like last year they had 3 or 4 second places. They had an absolutely amazing roster and they just decided to let them go for some reason. Before that, they had Pred and Sib, but this year they have picked up a group of unproven names, that being Abe, Lunars, Gwyn, and Legend. Abe had a good showing at the Esports World Cup with Toronto Koi, as they are now known. He has a lot of potential and I think he is going to be the joker on this team. It will really depend on him whether or not they succeed or not. Lunars was picked up to a struggling LA Guerrillas last year. I really feel like he didn't have an opportunity to show what he was all about, but I'm just unsure about his potential because of the unfortunate season that he had last year. Gwyn is a talented player coming from the Royal Ravens. He performed with C9 at the Esports World Cup. I think he is really talented. He showed multiple glimpses of talent throughout last year, but I just don't think he has the talents to carry this team. And the last player is going to be Legend, who actually came over from the Halo scene. He came from Optic, and from what we know so far, he has been struggling. Some scrims have leaked of Optic beating them 250 to 59, which seems a bit rough. So I'm gonna say if everybody is firing on all cylinders, their ceiling is going to be top 6, but their floor is also going to be top 12. Going on to number 11, Minnesota Rocker has changed their name to G2 Minnesota. Their team is quite interesting. I don't think they have an incredibly high ceiling. G2 Minnesota is lining up with Estriel, Skies, Kremp, and Mamba. Estriel has been in the league for a couple of years and he has shown glimpses of talent, but I just don't think it has been enough. I don't hold him in an incredibly high regard. Skies had a chaotic last year, starting out on a very mediocre LA Guerrillas squad and then transferred over to a really struggling Optic squad. Skies is a really weird mid-tier player for me, but I just don't feel like he will make a bad team good. He can make a good team even better. I think Kremp will be the joker on this team. If he's doing great, then maybe this team has a slightly higher ceiling. But I feel like he's also been struggling with inconsistency throughout the last couple of years on LA Thieves and C9. But I feel like if he's not doing great, then this team has no higher potential than top 12. Now, their last player, Mamba, was a breakout player on Omened Brooklyn last year. Everyone thought that they would be a package deal with Craze, but they decided to part ways. That actually rhymed. So I'm excited to see him perform. I think he will be a potential rookie of the year. I'm going to say their ceiling is top 8 and their floor is a solid top 12. Now on to number 10, it will be the Carolina Royal Ravens, who everybody thought that they would sell their CDL position to Space Station Gaming, but I'm not sure if the papers just didn't go through. CDL has some funky rules about all of this stuff. Their team is going to be Slasher, Nero, Lurks, and Craze. Now Slasher, even though he is the oldest player in the league, I definitely have a lot of faith in. He is an absolute shooter. I think he still has it. Just because he is on the team, I think they have the potential to play good Call of Duty, and that will elevate them above the likes of Surge or G2. Nero has bounced around a couple of bad teams, like Legion or Rocker, but he always seemed to stand out on those rosters. He's one of those mid-tier team jumpers. I feel like he's pretty inconsistent, but his experience might help out. Lurks is a rookie that I honestly don't know much about. I think he will be the joker of this team. If he is actually good, they can get top 6. I feel like he seems to have had a decent preseason, so I'm putting some trust into him. Now, Craze is the other half of the Omened Brooklyn duo. He has some really good results in Challenger. If he can match up and learn from the experience of Slasher and Nero, I think this could really work. I'm going to say their ceiling is going to be top 6, but also their floor is still going to be top 12. All right, at number 9, we are going to place C9 New York. I feel like last year, C9 was struggling, even though they had a decent team. And this year, I feel like they also put together kind of a mediocre team. Not something I expect from a likes of the organization like C9. The C9 team is going to be Afro, Beans, Mac, and Vivid. Now Afro, he was absolutely killing it in Challenger last year. After failing on that budget LA Thieves team a couple years ago, we will see if he can fulfill that potential that everybody says he has ever since he played on that Royal Ravens team. Now Beans was on that Toronto Ultra team last year. He was really unlucky with getting sick or whatever happened that had Mercules come in and replace him. I feel like that really displaced him from that team, but I feel like he did decent last year. Let's see if he can do it on a less proven team. So to me, Mac is such an interesting player, and honestly, I can put Vivid into this category as well. Mac has been bouncing up and down from challengers in this last couple of years. He has crazy good stints, and then he has absolute stinkers. He's back on Cloud9, so we'll see which side of Mac we get this year. Vivid is also a confusing player. I'm glad he's getting another chance, but this is not his second chance, if you guys know what I mean. I feel like Vivid is very, very similar in my mind to Nero. He's a mid-tier team jumper. I think this team is just profoundly mediocre. I feel like they have the potential of top 6. Maybe in a really, really good run, they can get to top 4, but otherwise, I think their floor is also top 12. All right, and next, and I know I'm going to be cooked for this, but that's fine. It's going to be the Riyadh Falcons. Now, this team has some absolute shooters like Celium, Pred, Exnet, and Kismet. So why do I think that they are 8th in the power rankings? With Celium, I wonder if he just took the bag and ran, to be honest. He has the potential and he knows how to put up high numbers, yet not play for his team's benefit. So I wonder if he's going to continue to put on high numbers, but his team is going to suffer. As for Pred, I haven't actually seen him play well in quite a while. I mean, he started out on Optic last year and then he went to the Falcons. He hasn't played well in either of them. So we'll see if he can come back this year and be his old school Surge self. Now for Exnid, he is the last Saudi standing. I feel like he has a good shot, he has a good attitude, he has good energy, the potential to be an absolutely great teammate. I feel like he is the glue for this team. Now as for the joker of this team, I definitely think it's going to be Kismet. He is a world champion, but he had such a difficult year last year. And to be very, very honest, I just don't think he is that good. But if he proves me wrong, this prediction will make me look silly. Now with that, I will give them a ceiling of top 4, and their floor, in my opinion, will be top 8. Now, as for the 7th place in our rankings, I'm gonna say it's going to be Boston Breach. I think they could get the highest highs and also the lowest lows. So I just had to put them somewhere in the middle. Their squad is Cammy, Purge, Snoopy, and Nasty. Cammy is a solid player. He had a decent season last year. I don't feel like he's a world beater, but he can do really well. He's consistent and he can be a team player. I think it was a good choice to keep him on the roster. Okay, Purge for me is a personal favorite. I think he was a highlight on most of the mediocre teams that he has been a part of, especially that Legion team. I always enjoy watching his POV, and he also seems like a calm presence. Now, Snoopy is the joker of this team. He definitely has the highest potential. I think he can absolutely rock a high tier team, but if he is mediocre, then Boston Breach won't be doing well. Now, as for Nasty, I absolutely love this addition. I feel like Nasty has had an amazing last 2 or 3 seasons. And while I don't think his second place curse will end on this team, I really hope he can remain consistent and that he can solidify himself as a solid AR and hopefully be picked up by a bigger team soon. Now, as far as Boston's ceiling, I really feel like they can dark horse themselves to a top 4 position. At the same time, I will still put their floor to top 8. Now at number 6, I will put Miami Heretics. There was some big drama this summer about losing Real. They also had Lucky's retirement. They have kept their core of Rancor and Super. So they will be going into the next season with Super, Rancor, Trakes, and Metals. Now, Super and Rancor were huge potentials for Rookie of the Year last year. I feel like Super brought some absolute energy into that team. He is super electric. I think he has a lot of potential. Now, as far as Rancor goes, he was the actual Rookie of the Year last year. He played absolutely out of his mind last year. And honestly, Super and Rancor provide some really good hope for the Spanish scene to just rise to the absolute top of the Call of Duty scene in the next couple of years. Now, Trakes is a rookie for this year. He was absolutely dominating the Latin American challenger scene, and then he came to North America and he was doing decent. He's Argentinian and he was picked up by Miami Heretics. So we'll see how he will do. He has potential to be Rookie of the Year. Let's hope he doesn't flop. I feel like the joker on this team will definitely be Metals. He has always been a team player, but at this point, he will be the experienced player helping out the 3 youngsters. Will he be able to lead the team with his experience? I guess we'll see. I think this team's ceiling is top 3, but I think their floor is about top 6 to top 8. All right, and now for number 5, LA Guellias Mates, or the Gentlemates. Now, this team isn't confirmed yet, but if this is their actual rosters, I think they definitely have potentials to be the dark horses this year. The rumored roster is Ghosty, Envoy, Neptune, and Sib. Now, Ghosty actually won his first tournament this last year, and although he might be a difficult personality to deal with, he is good, and you just can't deny that. So, will he be able to do it again this year? I guess we'll see. Now for Envoy, I'm also super sad to lose him from LA Thieves. He is such a legend for LA Thieves. I think he's won 4 titles. And honestly, I think he is still underrated for what he provides for teams. Now Neptune is coming off of a season where he joined the Surge and made them into a title contending team. And even though he didn't actually win, coming away with a bunch of second places, he definitely added a lot. So I hope to see him in a similar position this year. And now for Sib, I think he is going to be the joker on this team. He had quite a horrendous season last year on C9. And honestly, I don't remember him being super good since his Seattle Surge days. If he is in form, then I think this team is dangerous. They have the potential for about top 2. But if he is not performing, I think their floor will be about top 8. Now, number 4, we are coming in with Toronto Koi. This team is most consistently 2nd to 4th place in CDL history, I'm pretty sure. And also, they're coming back with the roster of Kleenex, Joe Deceives, Real, and Insight. Now, Kleenex, another year, he's still on Toronto. What isn't broke, don't fix it, right? He has a lot of potential. He's a really, really good SMG. Let's see if this year is the year. Now, as for his partner, Joe Deceives, I really believe he has had a breakout couple of seasons this last 2 to 3 years. He has shown absolute glimpses of greatness. Winning has evaded him so far, but maybe this will be the year where he can solidify himself as one of the top SMGs in the league. Now, Real is coming in from the Miami Heretics. He had an amazing season last year. There was actually quite a bit of beef in between the 2 organizations as this transfer happened. I feel like he is going to be the joker of this team. I think he has an upgrade to Beans, and they weren't doing bad last year. So, will that mean that they have a potential to go even higher than last year? Well, their last player is Insight, and I feel like he is still underrated for what he provides. He is one of the most consistent assault rifle players in the league. He is an amazing team player, and I think this team has a ceiling of top 2, but they have a floor of top 6. Now for the top 3, let's start with Faze Vegas. One of the bigger stories this summer was that the Tiny Terrors have parted. Faze has changed their team and they kept Simp. Faze Vegas roster will be Simp, Draza, 04, and Abuza. Now, was Simp the right person to keep? Well, Simp is undoubtedly one of the best players in the game, but he claims that he was held back by his teammates in the last couple of years. He wasn't able to play as freely as he wanted to. With him unleashed, will he be able to fully unleash his potential this year? Now, with Draza as his teammate, he definitely has a high chance of that. I feel like Draza is still missed at LA Thieves at this point. Absolutely amazing team player, but also is an absolute shooter. I'm looking forward to what he can bring to this team. Now, as for the duo brought over from the Vancouver Surge team, they have shown a lot of promise, but that was on a team with no egos. I feel like 04 has been in the role of helping out Neptune last year, and this year he'll be helping out Simp, so he's already on that role. But the joker on this team, I feel like, will be Abuza. He was rumored to go to LA Thieves at one point, and I was kind of unsure about that, and I'm still unsure about him. Nothing stands out from him at the moment, but maybe that's exactly what FaZe needs from him. Abuza, you do your job and we will win. I think their ceiling is 1st place, while their floor will be top 6. Alright, now on to number 2, LA Thieves. Now, they built a super team last year, but they're gonna need an even super team this year. Their squad this year will be Abizi, Kenny, Hydra, and Scrap. Now, they replaced Ghosty and Envoy with Abizi and Kenny. I'm honestly unsure about the upgrades. They are upgrades within gun skill, but also you need someone to do the objective work, so we'll see how that goes. Abizi is the other half of the Tiny Terrors. It's gonna be weird not seeing him in a FaZe jersey. I wonder how him and Hydra will work together. There's only so many kills that goes around the map. A lot of potential, but let's see who makes the sacrifices. I feel like Kenny is going to be the joker on this team. Kenny teams, if they are firing on all cylinders, they are winning everything. But if they are not working, they're top 12. Let's hope it's the first option out of those 2. Now, Hydra is one of the best in the game. There's no doubt about that. Not much to add to that. I feel like him and Scrap have shown some inconsistencies last year. Whenever they were doing good, they were winning chips. But whenever they weren't doing good, they weren't fighting for top 4. They were fighting for top 8. So let's see how they bounce back if something goes wrong this year. I'm going to say their ceiling is going to be 1st place, but their floor I'm going to place all the way down at top 8. And now, for the reigning champions, Optic Texas come in at 1st place. I think it's really hard to argue with this at this moment. They are the only team that kept their exact team from last year, and that will be Mercules, Hook, Shotzi, and Dashi. Mercules came in last year and absolutely dominated, and he seems on fire in this preseason as well. He is one of the best in the game and he barely started, so we'll see how that goes for the rest of the league. Now Hook has been brought into Optic and kicked out more times than I can count. Let's hope he can keep his spot on the team this year. If inconsistencies creep in, I feel like he's going to be the first to go, which is very unfortunate. I feel like Shotzi is the new scump of the team. He has his place solid no matter how the team is doing, and Dashi has been manning that AR as well. I feel like he has really grown as a player in the last 2 years, from being that Solium type of high KD constantly to a super team player. I think at the moment this team has the ceiling of first place and has the floor of top 4. And that's it for the 2026 preseason power rankings from James from Thieves 101. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to comment down below on how wrong I am or on how right I am. I like the latter better. But also please share your opinions. Please put your power rankings down below. I will be reading all of the comments. Looking forward to the kickoff tournament here soon. Make sure to like and subscribe for any new LA Thieves or 100 Thieves news. Goodbye.